Man, WWE fans, ladies and gentlemen, man oh man, NXT. NXT tonight's episode of NXT was not so bad at all. In fact, it was a good show. It was a good show. So let's go over exactly what matches was booked on tonight's NXT. So first we got Kushida versus Velveteen versus Tommaso Ciampa, and then we had Ember versus Jessi Kamea, and then we got Austin Theory versus Bronson Reed, and then we got Legado del Fantasma versus and Ashante, Adonis, and Jay Atlas. And then after that six-man tag match, we got Killian, Dain, and Maverick versus Ember. And then we got Thatcher versus Anthony, which was a local competitor, I'm guessing. No, actually, it was Thatcher's student. So then we got an NXT Tag Team Champions match. We got Breezango versus Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan for the NXT Tag Team Champions. Now, I'm not exactly sure if this show delivered or not, but all I could say is it was a good show. It was not bad. But there was one thing I did not like about the show, and that's the fact that they are still continuing this Thatch can thing with Thatcher. What exactly is WWE doing with this man? I don't understand. What are they doing with Thatcher? This Thatch can stuff. It's not working. It's not working. Whatever they're doing with Thatcher, it isn't working for him or his character. It's really not. And that's all I'm going to say for that one. Folks, of course, you know who I am. I'm Ingram Wrestling News' very own Brendan Ahmad Ingram here with your October the 21st, 2020 NXT review. And tonight we are going to go over what all went down on NXT. I already just went over the matches that was booked on this card. And I'm actually going to go over what all went down on the show. So, hit that like, subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications. Of course, never miss my Raw, NXT, SmackDown reviews that go live each and every week. Of course, to never miss my WWE SmackDown live stream. That's live every Friday nights while I'm watching SmackDown, giving you my live reaction. Also, have all those notifications to also never miss my Ingram Wrestling News videos that I upload some days, not every day. Some days I record Ingram Wrestling News. I do record some Ingram Wrestling News videos. Some days I do, some days I don't. If I see that there's actually news that I want to record and do a video on and upload to YouTube, yeah, I'll do that. But I haven't seen any serious news so far. So, have on those notifications for all that, and more content is coming to the channel at the end of this year. More content coming to the channel next year as well. Also, follow me on Twitter for my, follow me on Twitter for the latest WWE, AEW, and Pro Wrestling news. Also for my reviews as well. And follow me on Twitch, because you know I'm going to be streaming on there. I'm definitely going to be streaming on there when I get Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. which that game is set to come out on November the 13th. For those of you who don't know when the game's coming out, I just told you. Now you know. And the PS5, I'm not sure when that's coming out yet. I think that's supposed to be released either next month or in December. I'm not sure when. Now, GT7, Gran Turismo 7 is supposed to be released on the same day as the PS5. So, but anyways, always have on notifications. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. This is going to be a good review, I promise. It's going to be a good, quick review. It's not going to be no slow review. It's going to be quick. You know how I did with my Monday Night Raw review? I'm going to actually read it fast. It's going to be quick. So, opening moment. NXT kicks off with Kushida already in the ring when NXT starts. Velveteen Dream begins his entry to the ring, but Tommaso Ciampa jumps Dream from behind and tosses him into the ring. So then the match starts. So we got Kushida versus Velveteen Dream versus Tommaso Ciampa, one of the matches that was booked on NXT. This was the first match to start off NXT. Not kickoff, but start off. Of course, what kicked off NXT was Kushida in the ring. So here's what happened with this match between Kushida, Velveteen Dream, and Tommaso Ciampa. So both Ciampa and Kushida are forced almost slightly on Kushida. Or actually, both Ciampa and Kushida are forced almost slightly on Velveteen Dream. Ciampa is able to dominate both men on the outside, tossing Kushida and Dream into the barricade. Ciampa is able to take both men down with arm drags. Ciampa continues to focus on Dream's hand. Kushida is able to roll up. Ciampa for 2. Kushida goes for a back body drop on Ciampa, but Ciampa blocks. Ciampa gets Dream, and Kushida sets corner. Then goes back after Dream's injured wrist. Ciampa stands on Dream's wrist, then drops a knee on it. Ciampa goes back to Kushida and chops at his chest. Kushida tosses Ciampa into the opposite corner and goes for an armbar out of the corner, but Ciampa blocks the submission attempt by holding the ropes. Ciampa hits Kushida with a thumb to the eye to get Kushida to release the hold. Dream rolls up Kushida for 2. Ciampa hits a suplex on Dream, then bars Kushida's arm. Kushida fights out of the hold and rolls up Ciampa for a 2 count. Dream separates Kushida from Ciampa and attacks both men. Dream whips Kushida into Ciampa in the corner. Dream taunts the crowd, and Ciampa uses the distraction to take out Dream. Ciampa stacks Dream and Kushida up in the corner and chops away at both men. Dream starts to fight back, but Ciampa lays in with harder chops and strikes. Ciampa picks up Kushida and goes for another chop, but Kushida blocks and chops at Ciampa on his own. Kushida is able to take on Dream and Ciampa. Dream hits Kushida with a Dream Valley Driver out of nowhere, but before he can capitalize, Ciampa hits Dream with a leaping knee to the face. Dream falls out of the ring and Ciampa collapses to the mat as they go to commercial. So back for commercial, and Dream and Ciampa are focusing each other in the ring. Kushida takes out Ciampa and then goes after Dream on the outside. Kushida locks in an armbar on Dream on the outside. Dream taps out, but since he is outside, it does not count. Ciampa breaks up the submission and he and Kushida fight again. So it looks to me like Kushida was in full control of this match. So Kushida rolls Ciampa back and in the ring and goes for the overboard lock. Ciampa is blocking the hold, but Dream hits a purple Rainmaker on Kushida from the top rope, breaking up the attempted submission. Dream pins Kushida. Ciampa breaks up the pin. Ciampa goes after Dream for the fairy tale ending. Ciampa went for a super kick, but Dream dodged. Ciampa rolls up Dream for 2. Dream gets back to his feet and catches Ciampa with a super kick and a Dream Valley driver. He covers Ciampa, but Kushida breaks up the pin. So then Dream taunts Ciampa and Kushida. Ciampa and Kushida trade kicks and strikes. Ciampa takes out Dream with a big boot. Dream rolls to the outside. Kushida tosses Ciampa to the outside on the opposite side of the ring. Kushida hits a suicide dive onto Dream, and Ciampa back in the ring. Ciampa catches Kushida with a Willow's Bell. Ciampa picks up Kushida and goes for fairy tale ending, but Dream catches Ciampa with a super kick. Dream goes for a Dream Valley driver, but Kushida breaks it up. Dream rolls to the outside and tries to get back in the ring, but Ciampa stopped him. Kushida punches, or actually he pushes Ciampa into the ropes, and Dream hops up, smacking Ciampa in the face with the cast on his wrist. Kushida seemingly unaware of Ciampa being hit with the cast. So then he hits a German suplex on Ciampa and bridges it into a pinfall for the 3 count. Love it. This triple threat match was a good triple threat match. It wasn't bad. I didn't see nothing bad in this match at all. There was no butch or nothing in this match, thank God. Because I hate that shit. And there was no ending to this match at all. Very good opening triple threat match, folks. Kushida and Ciampa absolutely decimated Velveteen Dream at every opportunity they got. So Dream did get the offense, but every time he wasn't on the offense, he was getting destroyed by Tommaso Ciampa. The Sulian psychopath. There's no escape now. Velveteen Dream. So, good triple threat match to open NXT. Love it, love it. So, backstage, Bobby Fish, Roger Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly are backstage with a video call from Adam Cole. Cole says that he is still not cleared to compete, but Fish and Strong will see the beginning of the second coming of the Golden Prophecy. Commercial break. During commercial, we had learned that Dexter Lumis would take on Cameron Grimes at Halloween Havoc next week in a Haunted House of Terrors match. Just want to let y'all know that match is official for Halloween Havoc. And who don't understand. So then we get a video package hyping up Rhea Ripley's feud with Raquel Gonzalez ahead of their match at Halloween Havoc. So we got Ember Moon versus Jessi Kamea. So, would you all like to know what happened with this match? I'll tell you what happened with this match. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Ember Moon was in control in most of this match against Jessi Kamea. So here's what happened in this match between Moon and Kamea. So Moon sized up Kamea before going into a collar and elbow tie-up. Now Moon takes down Kamea and taunts her. She sweeps the legs out from under Kamea, but lets Kamea get back to her feet. Kamea hits a hip toss, then follows it up with a running uppercut, hitting Moon and covering her for 2. Kamea hits a snapmare, but Moon rolls through and stands up. Moon hits a dropkick and a stomp on Kamea, because that's exactly what she did. She follows it up with a standing moonsault, covering Kamea for 2. Moon locks in a crossface on Kamea. Kamea rolls Moon into a pinfall, but Moon kicks out before 1. Moon kicks away at Kamea on the mat. Kamea fights back with kicks of her own. So then, Moon catches a leg and locks in a modified half Boston Crab on Kamea. Kamea pulls Moon through, sending her face first into the turnbuckle. Kamea hits a splash on Moon in the corner, then hits a spinning heel kick on Moon. So, once she hit a heel kick on Moon, once she did that, Kamea had hit a springboard kick on Moon and covers her for a very close 2 count. So Kamea picks up Moon and tosses her into the corner. Moon hits a code breaker on Kamea from the middle rope. Moon locks in a submission and Kamea taps out, folks. This was a very, 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 very good squash match for Ember Moon to get over Kamea in this match. I like it. This was great. Nothing wrong with this match. It was just a squash match for Ember Moon to get over Kamea to show the WWE Universe what she's all about and what she can do in the ring. You know what I mean? So it's great. I love it. I like it. This is a good match. I feel like Ember Moon is fully ready for Dakota Kai. I think she's ready. Don't y'all agree with me? Don't you agree? Comment down in the section below if you think Ember Moon is ready to face Dakota Kai on next Wednesday's Halloween Havoc. I would like to know your thoughts. I'll let you know your thoughts on you know, if Ember Moon's ready or not. Your answer as to if she's ready. What else was I going to say? I'm trying to think. What was I going to say? What was I going to say, folks? Do you remember what I was going to say? Oh! So, folks, Ember Moon, let me be honest. Let me be honest. To be honest, Ember Moon picking up a win over a pretty game Jessica Kamea, it looked pretty good. This was a good match for her to get over Jessica Kamea, like I said, for the second time in a row. So, like I said, it looks like we're heading towards Ember Moon versus Kamea. I mean, not Kamea, but Ember Moon versus Dakota Kai. Folks, do you know how good Ember Moon versus Dakota Kai would be? Do you know how good this match would be at Halloween Havoc? If WWE does this right, if this match goes out right, like it should, I think a win over Ember Moon would be Dakota Kai's biggest career yet. This win would be Dakota Kai's biggest win of her career. And you know I love what Ember Moon and Dakota Kai both do in the ring. I love what they both do in the ring. They are so good at what they do in the ring. They really are. And both women are great, man. I agree with Justin. Both women are great. It should be a good match. To book. It really should be. I don't see nothing. We shouldn't absolutely see nothing wrong with this match being booked for Halloween Havoc. We should see nothing bad in this match. for next Wednesday's Halloween Havoc. Now, I'm surprised that this is not a pay-per-view. This should be a pay-per-view for Saturday and not next Wednesday. But, you know, Halloween is next week, so I think. Yeah, Halloween is next week, so, you know. Wednesday. So, good win over, good victory over Jessi Kamea. Good win for Ember Moon. She deserved that. Absolutely deserves it. Moon celebrates in the ring. Dakota Kai appears and attacks Moon. She looks at Moon and tells her that Moon won't be able to jump her in the women's division. As Kai walks to the back, we switch to live footage backstage. Bobby Fish is being helped to his feet. He is injured, but he says that he didn't see who attacked him. Oh, really? You didn't? O'Reilly and Strong helped him to his feet and help him walk off screen as they go to commercial break. So, I don't know what's going on with the Undisputed Era, but I hope WWE, I hope for my sake that WWE is doing this right. I really do. I really do. Because if they're not doing this right, that is going to be a problem to the Undisputed Era WWE fans. That is going to have a lot of Undisputed Era WWE fans angry if they're not doing this Undisputed Era breakup storyline right. That's this feud that I hope they don't mess the storyline up. I really do. I really do hope they don't mess this storyline up. Because I'm telling you right now, it's going to have a lot of fans unhappy if they fuck this storyline up. And I would not want to see this storyline be the most embarrassing storyline in NXT history. Would not. And I repeat, would not. Man, oh man, I can't get off the fact that Kushida was in control of that match against Velveteen Dream. Well, his match against Velveteen Dream and Tommaso Ciampa. He was like, Kushida was really in full control, man. I mean, this aggressive Kushida, we are finally seeing it, man. I mean, the guy deserves that win, man. He really did deserve that win in his threat match. But we got Austin Theory versus Bronson Reed. So, it went to commercial break after Ember Moon's win over Kamea. So back live, they head straight into the next match. I meant to say it went on commercial break after we saw Bobby Fish being helped to his feet. That's what I meant to say. Excuse me for that. But anyways, back from commercial break, we head straight into the next match. We got Austin Theory versus Bronson Reed. I don't even know why they booked this match 2 times on the show. That is when NXT kind of fucked up. That's when they kind of fucked up. Why would you book Bronson Reed versus Austin Theory 2 times for Austin Theory to lose? Oh, that's right. Oh, because WWE is building Austin Theory up. And I actually got a little bit of news on that as well. So, and I got news on why he's losing so much. I actually got news on that. Like I said the first time. So, here is what happened with this match between Austin Theory and Bronson Reed. So, at the start of the match, we hear that Bobby Fish is on his way to the hospital for an MRI. and has been ruled out of the main event. Therefore, Kyle O'Reilly will be replacing Fish in the main event. So that's what they said. So in the ring, Reed hits Austin Theory with a huge chop. Theory strikes back with a drop kick. Yes, he strikes back with a drop kick. He strikes back with a drop kick into Reed, of course. Then kicks away at him in the corner. Theory tosses Reed into the corner, but Reed fights back and sends Theory to the mat. Theory hits a chop block on Reed, then locks in a headlock on Reed. Reed powers out of the hold, but Theory hits Reed's legs and sends him back to his knees to lock in the headlock again. Reed gets to his feet and punches at Theory. So he punches at Theory, then whips him into the ropes and hits him with a power slam and a senton. That was a good senton by Reed, by the way. Reed goes to the top rope, but Theory blocks him from diving. So then Theory leaps up, strikes Reed, then goes to the middle rope. Theory goes for a superplex, but Reed blocks and sends Theory. He sends Theory back to the mat. Then Theory runs right back to the middle rope, and Reed knocks Theory down with a strike to the face. Reed hits a tsunami. He is a tsunami splash on Theory, pinning him for 3. So after the match, after Bronson Reed's victory over Theory, Theory gets on the mic and yells at Reed to stop walking up the ramp. He runs down Bronson Reed, saying that he has done more in his career than Reed has. He calls Reed back in and says that he isn't leaving until he beats Reed. So Reed comes in the ring and accepts the challenge. So we got Reed versus Austin Theory. Again, I don't know why they would be booking this a second time. It just doesn't make sense to me. Theory clubs away at Reed and runs the ropes, but Reed catches Theory, pops him up, catches him with a Samoan drop. Reed pins Theory for the win. Actually, now that I said that it doesn't make sense, now I know why they booked this, because Theory asked for it. That's why. Well, he got exactly what he deserved, another loss. Because he asked for it. He should have kept his mouth shut. Should have never asked for another loss. And he did. Why is Theory losing so much, folks? I have your answer right here. So, Theory was on the WWE main roster, but he was moved back to NXT. His disappearance from the main roster seemed to conclude with speaking out allegations. Seems to succeed with speaking out allegations. So, this is part of the storyline. That is why he's losing so much, because there is a storyline going on. I'm guessing. I guess there is a Bronson Reed and Austin Theory feud happening. So I'm guessing this is the Austin Theory and Bronson Reed feud. And I think this is Bronson Reed's first feud in the WWE. And I think this is Austin Theory's first feud in WWE too. I think this is both of their first time feuding. So this is part of a storyline. It is a very interesting way of going about building Austin Theory's character. I absolutely agree with this. I absolutely agree with Ringside News on this. And I absolutely agree with other people that said this too. Other people said this besides Ringside News. I've also said this in the back of my head. I've also said that this was a good way of building Austin Theory's character. So, Folks, you can always keep checking back with my sources, my good old friends, Ringside News, for more updates on this ongoing story. So, if you want to check back with Ringside News, all you have to do is go to www.ringsidenews.com, and you should see the website pop up. And you should see any news on Austin Theory. We should see more news on Austin Theory soon. Sooner rather than later. So anyways, moving on. So backstage, Xia Li and Kacy Catanzaro are interviewed about their upcoming match. Li thanks Catanzaro for accepting her challenge, saying that she needs to win. Catanzaro tells her that while they have had their differences, Kacy was happy to help. Li once again empathizes that she needs to win, saying that tonight is the biggest match of her career. We learned that the 6-man tag match between Legado del Fantasma and Isaiah Swerve, Scott, Jay Atlas, and Ashante Adonis is up next after a commercial break. So basically we got this, we're basically getting a 6-man cruiserweight tag team match because they're all from 205 Live, basically. You might as well say it's a cruiserweight 6-man tag match. I mean, look at how many superstars the cruiserweight division has. I mean, there's not much. Maybe 12, maybe 13 cruiserweights on the roster. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Anyways. I mean, who really gives a shit about the cruiserweight division? I mean, who cares about 205 Live? I really don't give a shit about it. I don't watch it. So, who fucking cares? Just saying. No disrespect, but who cares? Unreal. Anyways. Let me pull these guys up on the screen real quick so I can reveal to y'all what happened to this 6-man tag match on this week's NXT. Okay, where's the fucking arena that I had? There it is. There it is. There it is. Pull it up. Pull it up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Bam. Escobar. And then we got Wild. And then we got excuse me, y'all. Alright, Mendoza. And I don't have Adonis on here, so sorry. I do have Isaiah Swerve Scott. I don't think I have Jake Atlas either. Let me check. No, I don't. Oh well. So here's what happened in this match between Legado del Fantasma and the team of Isaiah Swerve Scott, Jake Atlas, and Ashante and Adonis. So Legado del Fantasma hightail it out of the ring at the start of the match immediately. They immediately got out the ring. I mean, they want none of it. They didn't want nothing to do with them at all. They got out the ring as if they're on the same level as them, basically. So they decide to circle the ring, but Scott goes right after Escobar outside. Atlas and Adonis face off with Mendoza and Wild in the ring. You know, the Legado del Fantasma stable circle around the ring reminds me of the Shield. Back when I was still watching wrestling. Reminds me of the Shield. Reminds me of the Shield, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose. That's what that reminds me of. Fantasma to me are like sort of like the Shield. They're sort of. But these three superstars are a lot like Andrade, Angel Garza, and Humberto. Carrillo, you know, the loser. They're also like the wrestler Alberto Del Rio, the one that's set to be facing a lot of charges, including sexual assault charges and aggravated assault and everything else he's set to face. But seriously, Raul Mendoza, Wild, and Santos Escobar are a lot like Angel Garza, Andrade, Humberto Carrillo, and who else? Let's see. They're a lot like Ricochet too, and Mustafa Ali. Of course, the cruiserweights. They're a lot like Isaiah Swerve Scott too. But I feel like there's a difference between Escobar and Scott. That's why this feud was so good, man. That's why this feud was so good between Escobar and Isaiah Swerve Scott. Here's difference between both of them. They both said different stuff in their feud. They both had different opinions. Remember that interview with Isaiah Swerve Scott and Escobar? It was a great interview by those two. But anyways, so Fantasma, they hightail it out of there. They didn't want nothing to do with it. They decide to circle the ring, but Scott goes right after Escobar outside as Atlas and Adonis face off with Mendoza and Wild in the ring. Atlas and Wild start the match in the ring as the two legal competitors. Now, Atlas chops Wild down and mounts him, then strikes away at his face. Atlas tags Adonis in. Adonis hits a flapjack on Wild, pinning him for 2. So then, Adonis picks up Wild and chokes him against the bottom rope. Adonis tosses Wild back into his corner and tags Atlas in. Wait, don't tell me Adonis is trying to be like Kushida. Don't tell me he's trying to get his aggression now. Anyways, Atlas kicks Wild in the midsection, then chops at him. Atlas hits 3 Amigos suplexes, then pins Wild for 2 again. Let me guess, you got that from Eddie the Gorilla, and you also got that from Andrade and Rey Mysterio. Three of the only, you know, Hispanic superstars that use that move. So Atlas kicks at Wild and taunts him. Atlas picks up Wild and tosses him to the mat. Wild gets back to his feet, and Atlas takes down Wild and Mendoza with an arm drag. Head scissors combo. Yeah, so I guess this was a arm drag head scissors combo, basically. And Adonis runs interference and tosses Escobar out of the ring as Legado del Fantasma regroup. Adonis pretends to go for a suicide dive. Scott, on the other hand, does hit a suicide dive onto them, taking down all 3 members of Legado del Fantasma as they go to commercial break. So back from commercial, Adonis and Wild are legal. Wild tosses Adonis back in the ring in the corner of Legado del Fantasma, and Mendoza tags in. Mendoza hits a springboard moonsault on Mendoza, covering him for a pin, but Scott breaks up the pinfall attempt. Mendoza whips Adonis back into his corner, and Wild tags in. Wild hits a spinning back elbow on Adonis, then picks him up in a front face lock. Wild tags in Escobar places Adonis in the corner and hits running knees to the chase. I mean, not to the chase. I said chase. God damn it. To the chest of Adonis. In an armbar. He likes in an armbar submission on Adonis. Mendoza tosses Wild back into his corner and Wild tags in. Wild picks up Adonis, but Adonis hits a dropkick. Takes out Wild, Mendoza, and Escobar. This is where things started getting good. So Atlas hits a German suplex and a forearm smash to Escobar. Scott tags in. Escobar takes out Atlas, but Scott runs in and hits a Rolling Thunder flatliner on Escobar. Rayo Mendoza tags in, but Scott tries to take out all three members of Legado del Fantasma. So Mendoza goes to the top rope, but Scott gives chase. They brawl on the apron. Scott and Atlas brawl to the floor as Atlas climbs the apron. Wild runs the ropes and goes for a suicide dive, but Atlas catches Wild into a Spanish fly to the outside. Scott brings Mendoza in the ring and hits a powerbomb, pinning Mendoza. Scott tags in Adonis. So then Wild dumps Scott to the outside, and Escobar hits a suicide dive onto Scott on the outside. Jake Atlas hits a rainbow DDT and Santos Escobar to the outside. While Atlas is forced on Escobar, Wild and Mendoza attack Adonis in the ring and score the victory. So, this was a good six-man tag team match. I loved it. I enjoyed it, especially when they were all outside the ring. You know, when they did that. When either Wild or Mendoza was doing that dive outside the ring. You know, everybody was on the ground and all that shit. So. But it was a good six-man tag team match, and I mean, a scary moment for Jake Atlas getting caught in the ring. I mean, Skirt attempting a Spanish fly on Jaquan Wild in mid-dive. That's what I meant to mention. I love Jake Atlas's dive outside the ring, man. That was fucking awesome. That reminds me of the Red Power Ranger, man, from Power Rangers, dude. Like, for real. It really does remind me of Red Ranger from the Power Rangers, the leader of the Power Rangers group. You know, where it's got the Green Ranger, Pink Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Blue Ranger, Power Rangers. Yeah. Still an awesome six-man tag team match between Legado del Fantasma and the team of Isaiah Swerve Scott, Adonis, and Jake Atlas. I don't know about Adonis, but Isaiah Swerve Scott, Atlas, and Legado del Fantasma, all six of these men are excellent to watch in the ring. They really are. They really are excellent to watch in the ring. But when it comes to watching 205 Live, 205 Live is not good to watch. Because it's just, 205 Live is just not like Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. I don't watch it for the simple fact that there's not too many people on the roster. I mean, this show is basically like a bonus. To me, it's basically like a bonus. They're giving us a bonus. Extra show with extra matches. Basically. It's a show with only 2 matches booked. Why would you want to watch 205 Live when the show doesn't even last long? It's only 2 matches booked every Friday nights after SmackDown goes off. They might as well just scrap that 205 Live. They might as well just get rid of 205 Live, man. There's no need for a 205 Live. They might as well get rid of that shit. All the cruiserweights on the 205 Live roster might as well stay on the NXT roster. They might as well be put on the NXT roster. Might as well forget about 205 Live, man, because no one is watching that anymore. Everybody's getting tired of watching that. I mean, let's be honest. We're seeing the same stuff every Friday nights after SmackDown goes off the air on 205 Live. Same stuff on 205 Live. Nothing's changed about that show. Anyways, moving on to the next. Johnny Gargano and Candice Ray are at the Gargano house with a wheel that they are practicing spinning. Gargano spins the practice wheel and it lands on a Buried Alive match. And he is disturbed. LeRae spins it and it lands on Trick or Street Fight. Gargano spins it again and it lands on a casket match. Gargano says that the wheel wants him dead and storms off. Talking about how he hates wheels, he says that he is going to bed and he tells Candice to get rid of the practice wheel. That's fucking funny as hell. Anyways, Drake Maverick and Killian Dain are backstage walking towards the ring. We are told that they are in action next, right after a commercial break. Are you fucking goddamn serious? We got Killian Dain and Drake Maverick versus Everwise. Oh my god. Now, this is a match that I was not interested in watching. I told you it had only a tiny bit of things on the show I didn't like. Yeah, the pairing of Killian Dain and Drake Maverick versus Everwise. So, Maverick and Chase Parker start the match. Parker tags in Matt Martell very quickly. And they hit tag team offense on Maverick. Maverick tags Parker back in. Parker punches and kicks at Maverick. Parker tags Martell back in, and Martell whips Maverick hard into the corner. Parker tags back in, and they hit a combo toe hold elbow drop on Maverick. Who gives a shit, really? Parker goes for a back suplex, but Maverick reaches Killian Dain and tags him in. Dain easily dispatches Martell. Dain hits a crossbody on Parker, but Martell chop blocks Dain and bring him down into a single leg crab. Martell taunts Maverick, but Maverick explodes and attacks Martell. Maverick grabs a chair and lays into Parker. Martell causing a DQ loss. Terrible ending to this match. To this Killian Dain and Drake Maverick versus Everwise. Terrible, terrible fucking ending. A terrible fucking match to watch. I bet some of the Thunderdome fans left and got off the internet because of how fucking terrible this match was. This was the only match on the show that was fucking terrible. I don't know what the fuck they are doing with Killian Dain and Drake Maverick, but WWE needs to loosen up, get it together, and do something better with these guys. This pair-up shit with Killian Dain and Drake Maverick is not fucking working. How are you gonna get that? How many times am I gonna say this? Like, WWE, you need to get this through your heads. You need to just stop this Drake Maverick and Killian Dain pairing. It's not working. What are you trying to offer us? What are you trying to do with Drake Maverick and Killian Dain? Are you trying to build these guys up? Are you trying to make them into a team? Is that what you're trying to do? Let's be honest. Killian Dain and Drake Maverick are not a team. And, man oh man, what the hell is going on with the NXT Tag Team division? That's what the fuck I want to know. And I'm glad Indus Sher hasn't been on TV. I don't even want to see them on my TV. I hope they stay off my fucking TV. Because they remind me of the fucking Viking Raiders. I mean, really. Boom, 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 bam. Because they do. Seriously, they remind me of the Viking Raiders. Wish I had my other tablet charged where I can cut it on and fucking hit that instant button sound. Jesus Christ, I need that sound right about now. I really fucking need that sound right now. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna pull it up myself. I'm actually gonna repeat it again because I want to make it funny. I want to make it funny for you all. I'm glad, folks, I'm going to say this again. I'm glad Ender Shear is off my TV. I don't want to see him on my TV. You know why? You don't know why I don't want to see him on my TV? Because they fucking suck at what they do in the ring. I've seen them debut with their manager. Their fucking manager, what's his name? What's his name? Malcolm. Huh! Their fucking manager. Who looks fucking weird. He doesn't scare me anyway, but the one Nia Jax about wanted to punch in the face. That Malcolm. Anyways. That's exactly what I think. Anyways. So after Everrise's supposed win, after this terrible ending to this terrible fucking tag team match, Dain stares down Maverick and looks like he might punch him again. Instead, he slaps Maverick affectionately, saying, "Where's that guy been?" That was awesome. Maverick dances in the ring. Dain looks like he might dance, but he walks off instead. We are told that there has been another incident backstage. So it says we cut off to a feed backstage. Roger Strong is out cold on the floor. Kyle O'Reilly and WWE medical staff are there on hand, checking on Strong. And they go to commercial break. Backstage, William Ringo is with the Brit AIM brawlers, Breezango and Kyle O'Reilly. Ringo says that he is in a tough position because he promised a tag title match that night. Kyle says that he is going to the hospital and insists that Oney, Lorcan, and Danny Burch get a title match. Breezango say that they're fine, and Breezango and the Brit AIM brawlers shake on it. So we get Xia Li versus Kacy Catanzaro with Kayden Carter at ringside. So we're basically getting the same match over and over and over again. What did I tell WWE about this same match garbage booking shit, man? Here we go with this shit again. WWE booking the same matches on the show. WWE, if this is not a feud, then why are you booking this match again on this fucking show? Now, if this is a feud, I can understand. But this is not a feud. This is a fucking rivalry. This is a rivalry to me. But I know why they keep booking Xia Li in these matches against Kacy Catanzaro and Kayden Carter. And I'm going to mention it at the end. So here's what happened with this match. So, excuse me. I shouldn't be doing that, but can't help it. Kacy and Lee tie up. Lee hits Catanzaro with a hip toss and seems to be much more aggressive on Kacy. Now that's the Xia Li I've been wanting to see for a while. And I love Xia Li's hair, man. She looks badass. So anyways, using Kacy's hair in a vicious manner, Li lays into Kacy with knees and pins Kacy 3 times, with Kacy kicking out every time. That made Xia Li so angry. Anyways, back to her feet. Kacy chops and strikes at Li. And Kacy rolls up Li, pinning her for 3. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, folks, unfortunately, you probably wanted this match to last long, but to those of you that are Kacy Catanzaro and Kayden Carter fans, you probably wanted this match to last longer. Well, unfortunately, you all didn't get your wish. And to those of you that are Xia Li fans, like I am, we didn't get our wish either. The match didn't last long. In fact, it only lasted a few seconds. So that was it, man. That's all we got. I feel like WWE is not showcasing Kacy Catanzaro and Kayden Carter enough, and I feel like they're not showcasing Xia Li enough either. But I can see why Kacy Catanzaro and Kayden Carter keeps winning over Xia Li. I think WWE is giving this team of Kacy Catanzaro and Kayden Carter a push, and I also think they are pushing Xia Li as well. Like I said before, Xia Li, I think WWE is working on a heel turn for Xia Li, and I think that is currently still in the works. Ringside News might be doing news on that probably this week. That news is probably, I won't be surprised if that news gets put out by PW Insider or Ringside News or Sportskeeda about WWE working on a heel turn for Xia Li. Trust me, a heel turn is in the works for Xia Li. I'm telling you right now. This feels like Xia Li is going to turn heel on Kacy Catanzaro and Kayden Carter. It hasn't happened yet, but man, oh man, oh man, do not be surprised if it happens after Halloween Havoc. Shit, they might even book Xia Li versus Kacy Catanzaro and Kayden Carter for they might book a 2-on-1 handicap match for Halloween Havoc. Oh my god, I really hope they don't do that shit. I'm just saying, I'm just guessing that might happen. I'm just guessing that might happen. I'm just guessing it's gonna happen. I was thinking Karen Q was gonna return right there and then on the show too, because you know Karen Q has some kind of, I guess she has some kind of history with Kacy. Well, not Kacy, but I guess she has some kind of history with Lacey Lane, the woman known as Kayden Carter. I think they had a history between one another. Probably goes back to those NXT house shows events. But believe me, folks, WWE is in the works for something for Xia Li, man. And I think that works is a heel turn. I think Xia Li, sooner or later, Xia Li's going to turn heel. WWE's been wanting to turn Xia Li heel probably for a while now. And I think whoever is working on this has got to be the involvement of Bruce and Vince McMahon. Them turning Xia Li heel and Kacy Carter and Kayden Carter winning so much winning so much and beating Xia Li so much every Wednesday nights. This has got to be Vince and Bruce's involvement. Gotta be. Gotta be. For them to be working on her heel turn that quick already that soon. There's probably going to be an exclusive from Ringside News on WWE working on a heel turn for Xia Li. There's going to be an exclusive from Ringside News soon. I'm telling you, there is going to... Watch. You'll see. You'll fucking see. I'm telling you, there is going to be an exclusive from Ringside News on the news on WWE working on a heel turn for Xia Li. Watch. That news is probably going to be in the works. Guarantee you, that news is going to be put out in probably 2 weeks or probably a week. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if Ringside News does a news article on WWE working on a heel turn for Xia Li. Because I'm saying this 3 times because this is actually happening, folks. WWE is keeping it secret from us. They're not telling us what they are doing with Xia Li, but I'm telling you what they are doing with her. They are working on a heel turn for her. They're working on turning her heel. That's what they're doing. They are building her up for her. They are building her up for a heel turn. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I fucking know. I know what's going on in WWE. And then, yet you got these trolls on here trying to fucking tell me that I'm a troll and I don't know what I'm talking about and shit. Why don't you trolls? Why don't you fucking idiot of trolls on Twitter mind your own fucking business and let me do what I gotta do and let me say what I want to say. So at the end of the day, I know more than you. I know more than what's going on in WWE than you fucking idiot trolls on Twitter, you fucking geeks. I know more than what's going on in WWE than you trolls on Twitter. So you fucking geeks need to leave me the hell alone and let me do my job and let me do what I want to do. Anyways,
you do know what you are
Kacy
talking
Carter's
about.
Victory, Lee is very upset, and I love how she was very upset. I absolutely love how Lee was very upset. She attacks Kacy from behind. Lee shouts, "I should have won." Kayden Carter comes in the ring. Lee attacks Carter and tosses her out the ring. Lee lays into Kacy. But suddenly, Raquel Gonzalez comes out and pulls Lee off of Kacy. I was surprised by that. Now, Raquel bench presses Kacy Catanzaro and tosses her onto Kayden Carter. Gonzalez stands tall in the ring full of bodies. Raquel gets on the mic and says that this referencing the carnage in the ring is what awaits Rhea Ripley next week. Man, oh man. Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Gonzalez. This is going to be a monstrous match for Halloween Havoc. Now, my question is this going to deliver? I don't know. Not sure. You're a match, if you're questioning somebody and saying, is this match to you going to deliver? Do you think this match going to deliver? It's like every time
it's
someone
Trevor
asks you
in
that,
back after 5
like,
months. Sorry I haven't been here.
Depends on the outcome of it. You know?
For
Depends
months.
on how good the match is going to be. You know what I'm saying? So, nobody knows how the match is going to turn out yet until they watch it. That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows what they're expecting to see in these matches. So, I'm looking forward to hearing or seeing this match between Rhea Ripley. I think it's going to be massive. I think it's going to be monstrous. It's going to be dangerous. It's going to be great. I just hope every match on this card for Halloween Havoc next Wednesday delivers. I just hope it delivers. It really does. I just hope it really delivers. Because if it doesn't deliver, then that means AEW is going to defeat them. And speaking of AEW, I'm going to mention their names again later at the end of the review before I end it. So, anyways, where was I? I think I lost my thought process. Where was I at, folks? Let me see. Where the fuck was I at? What did I say? What was I gonna mention? Oh, Cameron Grimes. So, after we got that promo from Raquel Gonzalez, Cameron Grimes is interviewed backstage about his match with Dexter Lumis. Hell, you might as well call Dexter Lumis a freak instead of calling Lars Sullivan a freak. Grimes seems to be hearing for the first time about the haunted house of terror's stipulation. Grimes says that he isn't scared of Lumis and that he is going to the moon, but with significancy, or I don't even know how to pronounce this word. But he said he isn't scared of Lumis, that he is going to the moon, but with significantly less enthusiasm than usual. And they go to commercial break again. They killed me with these commercial breaks, man. They really do. So back from commercial, we see Io Shirai looking at all of the different options on the wheel. She says that she will beat Candice LeRae at Halloween Havoc regardless of the stipulation. And folks, let me remind you, Io Shirai is my number one favorite NXT Women's Champion. Just thought I'd throw that out there. So despite all the advertisement that Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano would face the wheel tonight, also Candice LeRae is one of my favorite WWE female superstars as well. And Xia Li is too. It seems that we will not learn the stipulations of the matches tonight. Anyways, folks, before I read to y'all about this Timothy Thatch can bullshit and garbage, which I'm so tired of seeing on this show. I wish they would get it off. Wish they would get Timothy Thatcher off my TV along with it. So I'm tired of seeing him on my TV too, because he fucking sucks too. Anyways, I have a lot of women's WWE NXT women's favorites. A lot of NXT female talents. I have a lot of favorites. You got Xia Li, she's one of my favorites. Candice LeRae is one of my favorite WWE NXT talents. Dakota Kai is also one of my favorite WWE NXT talent superstars. Female superstars. I'm starting to like Raquel Gonzalez a lot. I love her choke slam, and I love her massive choke slam. Her choke slam is nowhere near is like none other. Nobody can deliver a better choke slam than Raquel Gonzalez. I'm telling you now. Just throwing it out there. Heck, her choke slam is better than Tegan Nox's. I have to say that. It's better than Tegan Nox's. I should have said that when the Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox feud had started, but I didn't. I'm just now mentioning that. Xia Li's also my favorite. I'm pretty sure you saw evidence. I'm pretty sure you saw the evidence to prove that she's my favorite. And you people can try to figure me out all the fuck you want to, but it doesn't really hurt my feelings. I mean, I don't really care. You ain't got nothing on me. As far as evidence and, investigation. So, I got a lot of NXT female favorites, man. A lot. I really do. This NXT women's division, I feel like this NXT women's division is better than the AEW women's division. But then again, I feel like the AEW's women's division is becoming more than the NXT women's division. Because, Anna Jay is my number one favorite AEW female superstar. Or should I say star? Even Todora Conti is my favorite too. And then you got these NXT Performance Center recruits. The only NXT Performance Center female recruit favorite that is my favorite is, of course, none other than Rita Rios. Oh my God, Rita Rios. She looks good. She always looks blessed. She always puts a smile on her face. She always performs in the ring. She's good, really, really good in the ring. Her judo background plays it all. Her background plays right into what she does in the ring. Really does. I could see Rhea Rios being the next NXT Women's Champion whenever WWE, whenever she debuts in NXT, and whenever WWE builds her up towards that. I think Rita Rios' debut is going to be next year. I think she's ready. I think Rita Rios is about ready for her debut. I think she's ready. She's about ready for her debut. I think her debut should be first before any other female recruit's NXT debut. I think hers should be first. It really should. Because she's better. She's way better than the other female NXT recruits. She already knows what it's like to be in the ring. I mean, she has a mixed martial arts background. So she knows what a ring looks like. She also knows what a UFC ring looks like, too. Pretty sure she's been in one. But the NXT and AEW women's division, man, is on fire, man. It really is. Both the NXT and AEW women's division. The NXT and AEW women's division is better than the Raw and SmackDown women's division. Let's be honest. I mean, I'm just telling that truth right there like it is. Just putting it out there. Just throwing it out there. I'm just saying. Man, oh man, look at the Raw and SmackDown women's division. Absolutely just horrendous. Just this. Both Raw and SmackDown women's divisions just looks like a disaster. Complete disaster on both brands. You got some of my favorites on the Monday Night Raw and SmackDown women's rosters, but yet WWE's wasting them and not using them on TV. I don't understand that. I really don't get it. Bruce, Vince McMahon, because I know you guys have a lot to do with the reasons why Friday Night SmackDown and Monday Night Raw always sucks. Every Monday nights and Friday nights. But anyways, so We got Timothy Thatcher hosting a. Oh God. Oh God. Why did I have to mention his name? Why? Why? Are you freaking serious? More Timothy Thatcher? Great. Oh, great. You mean to tell me we're gonna start seeing Timothy Thatcher on our TV every Wednesday nights? If they're not doing nothing with him good, I don't want to see him on my TV. Plain and simple. Seems like we're seeing the same shit from Timothy Thatcher and from NXT. I mean, let's be honest, NXT doesn't feel like the NXT from before. I think this NXT is way better than the NXT from before, let's be honest. The NXT from before, man, I just wasn't that interested in the NXT from before. I really wasn't. I think the NXT now is better than the one from before. Now, people may have different opinions. That's okay. I respect their opinions. I'm not gonna fucking argue over anybody's opinions on what they have, because that's just not me. But I think this NXT is way better than the NXT from the past. I mean, you got these stars like Damian Priest and Finn Balor and what else you got? Escobar and now I think the NXT roster is getting ready to be even more better because I think Andrade is going back to NXT. This roster is getting ready to be even more stacked than it's ever been. The NXT men's roster. NXT men's roster is going to be almost way better than the AEW men's roster, but I think the AEW men's roster looks a whole lot better because most of them on that roster are high flyers. I can tell. But anyways, back to the name I mentioned. Oh my God, this guy. Oh my God, it's not really Timothy Thatcher. Whoever made this person. Whoever made Timothy Thatcher like this, they did an awful job. Whoever the creator was of this character on this game. Anyways. So Timothy Thatcher is in the ring and he's hosting a Thatch Can wrestling lesson live in the ring. Oh great, we gotta get more of this fucking garbage. This fucking main roster-ish. Great. Fucking great. I don't even fucking care about WWE. I don't even care about WWE using Timothy Thatcher on TV anymore. I don't even care how they use him. I don't care if they waste him on TV or not. I just want him off my freaking TV because they are not doing nothing good with this guy. It's the only reason why I want him off my TV because they're not doing nothing good with this guy. The guy has been doing the same shit in the ring since his fucking debut. I mean, let's be honest. So, Thatcher says that he will show people how to apply the most pressure and cause the most pain. He asks his student to be more aggressive. Thatcher rolls his student into a Kimura lock. His student taps, but Thatcher doesn't release. He applies the pressure even harder. His student Anthony has stood up behind Thatcher and is staring daggers at him. The crowd is cheering for him to attack Thatcher. Asks Anthony to take his wrist, but Andrew goes after Thatcher on the attack. Thatcher and Anthony seem evenly matched at first. Andrew released. So, Thatcher hits Anthony with a cheap shot to the face and tells the ref to start the match. So we got Timothy Thatcher versus Anthony. Oh my God. That remote and change the fucking channel because this match right here was fucking absolutely non-existently terrible. I mean, I don't even know why. I just don't know why. Is this an indication that WWE's building up Timothy Thatcher? I mean, they're building up so many superstars that they can't even keep up their own fucking schedule. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just WWE. They are so confusing to a lot of people, man. Like me, sometimes they really are. But trust me when I say I know what's going on in WWE. It's almost like they're blindsiding us with this Thatch can garbage bullshit. So Thatcher stomps away at his student, then sits him in the corner and stomps away. Thatcher locks in a single leg Boston Crab, and his student quickly taps out. Great, same ass move we see every Wednesday nights. Same move we've seen him do when he's on my TV every Wednesday nights. Timothy Thatcher taunts his student, and the crowd boos him. Oh, thank God I'm done. Thank God, and I am done reading this. I was not wanting to read this fucking shit. I didn't even want to mention this man's name. So we got a promo package from Damian Priest talking about how confident he is about his match with Johnny Gargano at Halloween Havoc. Priest is getting a tattoo. Priest says that the difference between himself and Johnny can't move on. He says that he can take the pain of any match decided for them. He asks Johnny if Johnny can take it, and that's the end of the promo. You know what? It's funny that I mentioned that the tag team match between the pairing of Killian, Dain, Drake Maverick, and the Everrise was terrible. Man, you want to talk about terrible? Timothy Thatcher segment was fucking terrible. So that's two things on the show I didn't like. I didn't even bother watching that video clip of Timothy Thatcher in the ring hosting that Thatch can bullshitting garbage. I wasn't even interested. I said, nope, I'm skipping it. I think soon when I buy, whenever I have, what is it? Sci-Fi or whatever? No. Soon when I have TNT or USA. Yeah, USA. Because that's what NXT and Raw's on. Soon when I have USA again, if I see Timothy Thatcher on my TV again on NXT, I'm going to pick up my remote and I'm going to change that fucking channel. I really am. I'm serious. Sick of looking at this guy. I'm sick of seeing this guy on my TV. If WWE's not doing nothing good with Timothy Thatcher, they need to fucking release him. Get rid of the guy. If they're not doing nothing good with this guy. Really. Unreal. I'm surprised the guy don't even have social media. That's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about, though. But they need to get rid of this guy if they're not doing nothing with him, man. Because at this point, they're just making Timothy Thatcher look like he's nothing to the NXT men's division. They're making him look like he's nothing to the roster. He's nothing as his character. They're making him look like trash. Period. They're making him look like as if he never existed in NXT. As if he was never used. Making him look like a sad lad. So, anyways, folks. Breezango make their way down to the ring. We're told that the main event tag team match was next right after a commercial break. Please tell me this is the last commercial break. I'm sick of hearing commercial break after commercial break after commercial break. Shit's fucking annoying. I'm sick of hearing that shit. I really am. I mean, good fucking grief, dude. You know how many times I've mentioned that fucking shit? Good grief, dude. Give me a second. I'm just trying to edit my inscription shit here. Putting all the matches that was on the card, putting them in my description here. Alright, so the main event, we got Breezango defending the NXT Tag Team Championships against Brit Aim Brawlers. It's a good name for them. Whoever came up with this name for them are pretty smart. I'm hoping it's Triple H that came up with the name and not Bruce or Vince McMahon that came up with this tag team name. Hoping it's Triple H that came up with it. You know, Bruce and Vince McMahon, they'll mess up any superstar's fucking name up, and they'll end up changing it and making their names look like stupidity. Just when I think of Bruce and Vince McMahon, they are stupidity. They remind me of the Moronics. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna spell it. I'm not even gonna say their names. They bitch and whine. Vince McMahon and Bruce, they probably bitch and whine and remind me of the Iconics. They'll probably act like the Iconics. Cause that's exactly who I think Bruce and Vince McMahon acts like when they're angry and they're not getting their fucking way. So anyways, we got a main event. So Lorcan and Fandango start the match. Lorcan takes Fandango down with an arm drag, and Lorcan immediately gets back to his feet. Fandango gets Lorcan in a side headlock. Lorcan pushes Fandango off, but Fandango runs the ropes and gets the side headlock back in. Lorcan pushes Fandango off again, but Fandango stops the time. He stops this time and chops away at Lorcan. Fandango rolls Lorcan up for one, but Lorcan picks up the leg and locks in a single Boston leg crab. A single leg Boston crab. I got it. Did I get it, folks? I got it right. Okay, I'll make sure. Fandango
This coronavirus sucks, but I got to watch your show.
Forces a break. Lorcan tags in Burch, who takes Fandango down with an uppercut. So then Fandango backslides Burch into a pinfall attempt. But Burch kicks out. Tyler Breeze tags in. So once Tyler Breeze tags in, Breezango, or actually should I say Breeze, Breeze gets a headlock in on Burch. Breeze tosses Burch into Breezango's corner, but doesn't initially make the tag. So Breeze stomps away at Burch over and over again until Burch rolls out of the ring. Breeze gives chase, but Burch gets the upper hand, tossing Breeze hard into the barricade. Burch and Breeze re-enter the ring. Oh, by the way, Serena, I do know what I'm talking about. Breeze targets Burch's leg as he escapes in the ring and tosses Burch's knee into the ring post as we go to commercial break. I know exactly what I'm talking about. These trolls, see, this is the problem, Serena. These trolls, that's the problem, Trevor. These trolls on Twitter think that I know that I don't know what's going on in WWE when clearly I do. You can check out all of my reviews, and I've mentioned everything. You can even check out all my Ingram Wrestling News videos. On one of my Ingram Wrestling News videos and on one of my reviews, I've mentioned Bruce and Vince McMahon's name twice. I mentioned their names twice. Bruce needs to get fired as executive director, and I think Mr. Man needs to step down as office chairman. He needs to get fired too himself, because these Monday Night Raw and SmackDown shows every week have been absolutely awful. They've been absolutely terrible. I don't care what anybody says. These shows have been absolutely terrible. I just hope the Halloween Havoc doesn't turn out like Monday Night Raw. Please. I don't want that. Please don't. Anyways, Breeze stomps away at Burch over and over again until Burch rolls out the ring. Breeze gives chase, but Burch gets the upper hand, tossing Breeze hard into the barricade. Burch and Breeze re-enter the ring, but Breeze targets Burch's leg as he escapes the ring and tosses Burch's knee into the ring post as they go to commercial break. Once again, sick and tired of these commercial breaks. WWE back from commercial, and Lorcan is in full control of Fandango. Lorcan tags in Burch. Fandango hits a clothesline on Burch. Burch rolls to the outside. Reason why I say I'm sick and tired of these commercial breaks because I'm sick and tired of mentioning the word commercial break. That's why I'm saying that shit. I'm sick and tired of mentioning that. The fight. Lorcan gets in the ring and goes for a suicide dive, but Breeze hits a drop kick on Lorcan, stopping him from hitting the dive. And Serena, thank you for joining the chat. Thank you for, and also thank you for joining my NXT review. Anyways, as I was saying, Breeze joined the fight. Lorcan gets in the ring and goes for a suicide dive, but Breeze hits a drop kick on Lorcan, stopping him from hitting the dive. So Burch tosses Breeze over the barricade and gets back in the ring. Fandango catches Burch and hits a Falcon Arrow on Burch. Fandango goes to the top rope and hits the Last Dance on Burch, pinning him for 2. Breeze tags in Lorcan, comes in the ring, tosses Fandango out, locking in a single leg Boston Crab. Burch locked in a crossface, a double submission on Breeze. Fandango runs in and tosses Lorcan out, breaking the submission. Breeze and Burch get back to their feet. Breeze hits a series of elbow drops on Burch's knee, the same knee he threw into the ring post. Breeze goes to the top rope, but Burch stuns Breeze. Breeze hits an elevated cutter on Breeze. Burch covers Breeze and Lorcan tries to defend the pin, but Fandango tackles Lorcan into the pin. Yeah, folks, he tags Lorcan into the pin. That's what it said. That's what it said, folks. Not me. It's not me. It's what it says on this article here on the screen. Not on my TV screen, but on my tablet. So, the pin was broke up, folks. The pin was broke up, and Breeze and Fandango hits pair of stereo super kicks on Lorcan and Burch. Fandango goes to the top rope, but before he can hit a leg drop from the top rope, a masked man runs out from under the ring and pushes Fandango off the top rope, crashing to the floor outside the ring, which I thought was strange that a masked man came out. Now, that was fucking weird as fuck. So, Breeze is furious in the ring. The referee peeks out the ring and looks at Fandango. Taking advantage of the distraction, Danny Burch hit a low blow on Tyler Breeze. Oney Lorcan picked up Tyler Breeze, and Danny Burch hit Breeze with an elevated DDT. Burch pins Breeze for the victory. So, basically, you're telling me Burch hit a low blow and an elevated DDT, and they win just like that. They're new NXT Tag Team Champions. The only reason why they're NXT Tag Team, the only reason why they are the new NXT Tag Team Champions is because the Masked Man, is because of the Masked Man. So I'm about to reveal to y'all who the Masked Man is. Masked Man enters the ring and hugs Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. So Lorcan and Burch seem to be in it, happily embracing the Masked Man. They encourage the man to unmask, and he does so, revealing Pat McAfee. Oh, why this guy on my TV again? This guy's not even a wrestler. What is he doing on NXT? WWE, what are you doing with this garbage on NXT? What are you doing with Pat McAfee on NXT? I mean, he did put up a hell of a performance against Adam Cole at NXT TakeOver XXX, but come on, dude. Are you serious? Now what are they going to do with this guy this time? Now what are they doing with him? See, this is the logic bullshitting gap I'm talking about, man. The logic gap. Logic, WWE's creative thinking. This is what I'm talking about right here. So, Pat McAfee celebrates Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan as the new NXT Tag Team Champions. Taunting Undisputed Era in the process, McAfee, Burch, and Lorcan celebrating the ring as NXT goes off air. So basically, this show was bad, but we got a little bit of garbage on the show. I was hoping we wouldn't get a little bit of garbage on the show, but we did. So, this show was not bad. It was good. The Kushida vs. Velveteen Dream vs. Tommaso Ciampa match was good. Ember Moon vs. Jessica Kamea. This squash match was good for Ember Moon to get over Jessica Kamea. You know, it made Ember Moon look strong. Austin Theory versus Bronson Reed wasn't too bad. Bronson Reed seemed to be the one that was doing the most good in the ring. But why? I don't know why they booked that. Why they would book this match 2 times? Austin Theory obviously asked for it. He failed. Again, it got bad. Cause Austin Theory is a loser. That's why he's mad, because he knows he's a loser. He's a loser, just like Humberto Carrillo. He's a loser. So the 6-man tag team match was great, man. I mean, scary moment for Jake Atlas. Very, very scary moment for Jake Atlas. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Man, oh man, oh man. Y'all seen what Jake Atlas did, right? I'll tell you why I said scary moment for him. It was a scary moment for Jake Atlas getting caught in the ring, skirt, attempting a Spanish fly in mid-air. So that was a very scary moment for him. But it was a good 6-man tag match. All 5 of the men, except for all 5 of the men, are excellent at what they do in the ring. I don't know about Ashante Adonis. I have yet to see what he can really do yet. But I know Santos Escobar, Wild, Mendoza, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Jay Atlas, they all are good at what they do in the ring, but I don't know about Adonis. Until I want to see Adonis do more in the ring. I want to see what kind of other moves he's got. Because I know Adonis is hiding some secrets. WWE's hiding something about this man, about this guy. There's got to be more to Adonis than we think. So I want to see more of Adonis, what he does in the ring. I want to see how good he is in the ring. And everything else. But other than that, this 6-man tag match, it was good. So the Killian, Dain, and Drake Maverick versus Ever Rise, that's the match that I just did not like. It was absolutely terrible. I watched the match. The match was terrible. And I'm not interested in this storyline pairing with Killian, Dain, and Drake Maverick. I wish they would split them up quickly. This is not working for Killian, Dain, and Drake Maverick. I don't know why they would put them together as a team. Oh, you mean to tell me that NXT needs more tag teams in the NXT tag team division? Oh, really? Really? Okay. Anyways, this tag team match was terrible. I'm moving on to the next. Xia Li versus Kacy Catanzaro with Kayden Carter at ringside. This was a good match for Kacy Carter, not Kacy Carter, but for Kacy Catanzaro to get over Xia Li. Obviously, I'm sleepy now, y'all. I'm not talking right. I'm talking in my sleep a little bit. But this was a good match. I love how Xia Li got upset and mad because she lost. Because this is an indication that WWE is still working on a heel turn for Xia Li. Sooner or later, be on the lookout for Xia Li to turn heel and snap out of nowhere like Io Shirai did. Xia Li turning heel is going to remind you of Io Shirai when she first turned heel. She's going to remind you so much of Io Shirai as a heel. Dude, if they turn Xia Li heel by next Wednesday or the Wednesday after next, dude, do you know how many matches we would see Xia Li in? Do you know how many opponents she would have? How many dream matches we would see Xia Li in? A dream match between Xia Li and Io Shirai would do wonders. It would do wonders for the fans. I don't think it would fix the viewership problems, but it would be a great match. Xia Li versus Io Shirai for the NXT Women's Championship. I think that WWE needs to go with that. Heel Xia Li versus babyface Io Shirai. They need to go with this. Chinese versus Japan. They need to go with this shit. They really do. I would love to see Xia Li and Io Shirai mop the floor with each other and whoop each other's asses, dude. And then Xia Li versus Xia Li versus Shanti Blackheart. Would love to see that match again. A heels Xia Li versus Shanti Blackheart would be great. Would be great too. Tegan Nox versus Xia Li would be a good match. Let's see what else. What else would be a good match for a heel Xia Li? Let's think. Let me think here. Trying to think. Who else? Who else is babyfaces on the roster? Rhea Ripley versus Xia Li. I don't know about that match. I think Rhea Ripley would fucking completely destroy Xia Li. I don't think we're going to see a Raquel Gonzalez versus Xia Li. And let's be honest, Raquel Gonzalez would destroy her too. So, I think Io Shirai versus Xia Li would be good. Xia Li as a heel versus Io Shirai. Xia Li as a heel versus Tegan Nox. And Xia Li versus Shanti Blackheart. So I think Xia Li's heel turn would really work. It would really put her up in the rank as the top NXT heel in the women's division. I think Xia Li does deserve to be a top heel in the women's division. I mean, she hasn't been used on TV. She's been wasted instead, you know. And it's a shame when you're seeing your favorite superstar not. I think Xia Li should get her title opportunity and get called up to the main roster. That's what I think should happen. I think Xia Li's last feud should be with Io Shirai, and then if she loses, she gets called up to the main roster. But folks, this show was good. This is going to be the end of your October 21st, 2020 NXT review. Of course, if you like this review, if you enjoyed this review, hit that thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this review, hit that thumbs down. That'll tell me that I need to improve my NXT Raw and SmackDown reviews, which I'm trying to do, which I'm desperately trying to do, because I don't want to have to give up on going live with my NXT Monday Night Raw and SmackDown reviews. I want to go live with these reviews every week for people who miss NXT, who miss the NXT Raw and SmackDown shows every week, for people who don't get to watch it, who misses it due to them being at work, you know. So, folks, that's gonna do it. Got a few announcements. Number one, my SmackDown October the 23rd, 2020 live stream will be live on YouTube, giving you my live reaction while watching SmackDown. And I'm gonna record a Ingram Wrestling News video on what to expect for this Friday Night SmackDown. I should have did one yesterday on what to expect on last night's NXT, but I didn't. But don't worry, I'm gonna record an Ingram Wrestling News video on what to expect for SmackDown, and maybe about one or two more. I'll see. Maybe only doing one, because I may have some plans today. I'm not sure. But anyways, hit that like, subscribe button. Of course, follow me on Twitter for the latest WWE, AEW, and Pro Wrestling news, because after this, I will be sharing some news, because I know Ringside News probably got some news they've already put out. So I'm going to see what they got, see what news they got for me to share on Twitter. For everybody else, and for my number one favorite podcaster in the IWC, JD, you know, because I be giving him some information. I be tagging his name in some of the tweets, you know, giving him information on, you know, something he might want to put out on his off script or on script extra episodes. But I gotta go because I need to see what news they got on here. I need to check Ringside News, see what news they got. See what's going on with the WWE AEW news situation here. So I hope you folks have a good day. And I will see you live on YouTube with my SmackDown live stream, giving you my live reaction. And then I will be live with your SmackDown review. See you then, folks. I'm out of here. Shit. You folks have yourselves a great rest of y'all's Thursday. See y'all tomorrow.